Now let's talk about ventilation. There's a lot of different ways to ventilate a house.
Ventilation, it's very interesting, and again, it starts on the measure call when I ask pretty much uniformly that I have to get up in the attic. Even when I see nice big holes in the soffits, doesn't mean that the insulation's covering on the top. Very often, I'm the only person that asks to do that. I tell the homeowner so that everybody doesn't have to go in, but at least they have the answers. I also check on how much insulation's up in the attic when I'm up there. And it is amazing how many people have ventilated soffits covering up solid wood boards.
You hear a lot about ridge and soffit systems, but ventilation is basically a system of intake and exhaust. Your intake is low at the soffit, your exhaust is high at the ridge. Ridge ventilation with adequate intake vents moves the warm air up and out of the attic. Effective ventilation provides year-round benefits. It creates cooler attics in the summer, drier attics in the winter, and it helps prevent ice dams. Hip roofs can be problematic to ventilate, but there's three options for venting a hip roof. The first is to vent it with a short ridge vent and 4 sides of soffit intake. The second option is to install power vents located at the upper portion of the roof with adequate intake vents at the eaves. And the third option is to install a shingle over vent along the hips with intake vents at the eaves. When installing ridge and soffit vents on roofs with unusual shapes, such as L's or T's, the ridge vent should run across both the long and short ridges, as long as all the attic areas are open to each other. If the ridge heights vary by more than 3 feet and the attics are connected, the ridge vent should only be placed along the highest ridge. This eliminates a potential problem where the ridge vents at various heights short-circuit the airflow. Proper attic ventilation that meets building code is required by every shingle manufacturer's warranty, including CertainTeeds. The standards require a minimum of 1 square foot of net-free ventilation area for every 150 square feet of attic floor space. However, according to the 2012 International Residential Code, the minimum net-free ventilation area is 1/300 of the vented space, provided one or more of the following conditions are met. One is based on climate zone and the use of a vapor barrier. The other specifies the amount of intake and exhaust as far as a percentage. Refer to the SAM for the exact details.